Hey, welcome back to the Nets. Unbiased views, they're fast, they're furious. Topics that we would like to cover today: Sri Lanka versus England, the first test. Uh, a little bit of a quick overview of what is happening with Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, the domestic trophy in India. And last but not the least, Gabba, the last frontier that India has to overcome. With me today is Arsh, and we also have Niket joining us today. Hi, Niket. Welcome.
Hi guys, how are you guys doing?
So, Arsh, and before we go anywhere, guys, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. The channel is back to the nets. If you like it, please do give us a shout out. If you don't like it, leave us a feedback. We would be glad to improve on our content. So, to start with, I do not know if you guys have been keeping an eye on what's happening in Sri Lanka, but Sri Lanka versus England was a pretty decent contest as was expected, but it so far has not lived up to the reputation. Sri Lanka was reinforced with Angelo Matthews and Chandimal coming back. And apparently, those two were the only guys who actually showed some resistance. And choosing into bat, Sri Lanka got wiped out for 138, their
35?
lowest total.
Oh,
And
no, no, not 35. Okay, sorry. That was India. Sorry.
now they were wiped out for 138. And Chandimal and Angelo Matthews managed to get to their 6,000 and 4,000 test scores. So kudos to them.
Mhm.
Dom Bess took a fifer for England, 5 for 30. And as it stands right now, England lost both the openers pretty cheaply, but Bairstow and Joe Root have managed to steady the ship. They are right now sitting at, I think, 127 for 2 at the end of the day. I think England will just bat once.
Absolutely.
But
So the way
yeah,
this is going, this looks like a pretty one-sided game, and it's just I don't know. Are there any chances of them playing at the World Test Finals at Lords? If they happen
I
to beat India 4-0 and then they get a chance to play, is it?
so I was doing combinations and permutations and combinations for the worst case scenario of what might happen with England, and if England manage to win both these games in Sri Lanka, which I'm sure they will. But as long as they do not win in India, I do not see England disturbing the top three.
It's a tough ask for England to beat India at home 4-0. So I don't see
Yeah,
that
and
happening.
can beat India 4-0 in India. So I am safe to say that the top two will be decided by the current top three that lie in the table. But
So
moving on to the domestic season, Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, I've been keeping a quick eye on all the big names that have been playing there. And Ishan Kishan just got 24. He failed to impress. Expect more from him in a domestic tournament. But there was another Virat Singh from Jharkhand who managed to score 103
100.
in, I think, with a strike rate of, I think, 160 something odd. So kudos to him. Rian Parag scored a 67 as well. And I'm just making a quick note of all the big names. Bhuvi is bowling well. He didn't get wickets, but he managed to keep it really tight. 4 overs, 22. Abdul Samad manages to continue impressing. He's 50 plus playing for Kashmir. And Abhishek Sharma scores a ton. The biggest name was Mohammad Azruddin, a kid from Kerala who managed to score 137 in 54 balls against Mumbai.
And
So
also,
that's yeah,
And also, Mumbai happened to lose their first game after 12 years with Kerala in any
absolutely.
format.
Mumbai was the first game against Kerala for the first time in the last 12 years. So Mumbai is currently bottom placed in the group. Not a place we are used to seeing Mumbai, but I'm sure things will start looking up from here. So with that being wrapped up, the next big thing now we have on the plate is the Gabba test. So I will leave it up to you guys. Gabba test. How do you guys see it?
Oh, I'm excited for this contest. I mean, the series has been such a fantastic series, both from a cricketing perspective as well as the obvious off-field banter that keeps on going on. We had Indians not being happy with their bio bubbles. We have all the things that are said by ex cricketers, commentators. But this is a really nice setup for to the finale. as they
And
say.
also people's wives and also players' wives talking, yapping their way up, but never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
It has been
Um,
for sure. I mean, the recent controversy that came up was ever since India moved to Brisbane, the hospitality and the treatment has been extremely poor. They have been denied room service. They don't really have room service coming in and making beds, cleaning rooms, things like that. They are not allowed to order any food. They have to go down and get it themselves. So it has been a little bit of a bad treatment or ill treatment if you look at it. And Cricket India actually BCCI made a statement that this hospitality will not be tolerated. And then Tim Paine's wife made a statement saying they were treated the same in Brisbane, so it is no different. They are not being discriminated. So it I think it's more a statement because Ashwin's wife made a statement as well. So I think even the wives are getting involved, and this is what cricket is all about, right? The hype that gets built up, India, Australia, final frontier. It's amazing. I'm
but I
excited.
think I think we should say something about Pant's cleanliness habits. Did you guys see a photo of his rooms? Or
I yeah, I saw the picture that was circulating in social media, and then ESPN Crick Info, and I don't know who writes the blogs for them, but he said that if you can bat the way Pant can, then the room doesn't really make a difference.
yeah.
It's all good. Continue batting the way you did, and we will oversee your cleanliness habits and hygiene. So, Arsh, what do you think? Predicted 11?
So yeah, we don't have a predicted 11 out of the 13 that we have, right? So that's like everyone who has a bat, glove, pads, and a box to bat bats. So have make your batting extremely strong so that the bowling, dude, the most experienced bowler in the Indian squad is Siraj. Right now is Siraj, after which there is Shardul Thakur with 11 ball experience at in Australia, which he played in the first practice game and went off limping. Okay, he has 11 balls experience, and the next is Natarajan. So we consider Bumrah's out. We There are talks about Ashwin being out. So we have 13 players. That's pretty much it. So Prithvi Shaw gets a definite game. Mayank Yadav is a question mark. So it's just 13 players out of which you drop two. So it's not about who are we playing with. It's about who are we dropping. That's how I see it. I don't know. It's
Yeah, it looks like a hospital room more than a dressing room these days. But Niket, what do you think? Playing 11?
No, I think if you think from a bowler's standpoint, I think we have, as you said, our lead bowler is Siraj this test match. Then I think they'll retain Saini, and I think they'll probably bring in Shardul Thakur instead of Natarajan because I think Shardul Thakur is meant to swing the ball, and at least with these conditions in Gabba, I think there is opportunity for him. And then from spinning perspective, I think uh, we have Kuldeep Yadav if Ashwin is not able to make it, if his back doesn't keep well until then. But I think I see those four as the bowlers. And then going back to the batsmen, I think our top four is pretty secure. We have Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, Pujara, and Rahane. And then I think 5, 6, and 7 would be Pant, Saha, and probably Prithvi Shaw. It's a toss-up between Prithvi Shaw and Mayank Agarwal, but I think that's the 11 that I see playing at Gabba.
whoever's fit. If Mayank Agarwal's fit, he definitely gets a game. But if he isn't, Shaw gets a game. So that's what.
And the news that came from the dressing room was that if Bumrah is 50-50 fit, he wants to play. But I would be against it because this game, win or lose, I mean, I definitely don't want to lose. But losing Bumrah for the England games would be a bigger challenge. We have to win 3 test matches against England to actually retain that top 2 spots. So for me, if Bumrah is even 90% fit, he should sit out. he should sit out. I would not risk Bumrah, at least in
Right.
this game. I think we have enough fighters left there, but I have a feeling that Saini and Shardul seem to be similar kind of bowlers. So if it was up to me, I would sit out Saini and probably try Natarajan, just because we have nothing to lose.
Variations.
We have
Yeah.
nothing to lose. But Ashwin, on the other hand, if Ashwin is 70-80% fit, I might play him just because, a spinner, not long enough run up, he can probably come in and bowl. I would prefer Mayank over Prithvi Shaw just because Mayank can roll his arm a little bit if needed. I mean, not really expecting him to take wickets, but if the bowlers do get tired, he is one way of just rolling his arm around and keeping it going. But
I think,
not
yeah,
my high.
sorry. Yeah, I think it is also a good opportunity for Mayank and or Prithvi Shah if they make it to the team. Because they haven't performed so well in the series, and going down the order at first may help them gain some confidence and spend some time in the middle with the ball not swinging with the old ball. So I think it's a good opportunity for them to step up and perform in the absence of all our first preference players. So
Absolutely. And I think it could actually be a blessing in disguise. If you look at what they might come in at the 60th or 70th over mark. If we, let's say, put either one of them in the middle order where the ball is soft, it's not doing well, which means that considering the nature that they have, they like scoring a little bit at a higher tempo. And by the time the new ball does come in after 80th, they have their eyes set, they have their feet set, the hand starts moving a little bit better. So they might actually be able to cope up with the second new ball a lot better than they would. Plus, the second new ball, the bowlers are a little bit tired than they are with the new ball. So I think
Absolutely.
bringing one of them middle in the middle order might actually help India. And this is where I really miss KL Rahul. But
yeah,
what is gone is gone. Cannot really cry over that. So yeah, I am definitely excited for that. I do hope Bumrah is 100% fit. But the good thing is the Indians have played their cards close to their chest this time. They have not really opened their team, disclosed their team yet. They said it will happen on the match day. So I think by around 4 this evening, our time, Niket, at least my time, they will probably the teams will be announced.
yeah, absolutely. Can't
So
wait for the same.
yeah, and considering Gabba, Australians have an average of at least the top 4 wickets, top 5 wickets have an average partnership of 85. So wickets will be the key. We will definitely miss somebody like Jadeja who can, field, bowl,
So
bat, do everything. There is no replacement for Jadeja in the world right now. So Jadeja will be missed for sure. But I just hope that we continue with what we have been doing. Everybody tries to pull themselves up and make a mark for themselves.
so here's the thing, right? At Gabba, the visitors, I don't know if I've said this, but visitors have been able to take wickets every 76 deliveries, wherein the hosts have taken wickets every 54 deliveries. So the thing is, if so, Gabba as a place, visitors find it difficult to bat when it's the other way around. So find it difficult to bat because their bowling average, they bowl so well, and with against to bat again, they if they come in the second innings, it's easier to bat. So that's what happens: win the toss, bat first, win the toss, bowl first, get them out bundled out, and see how that goes.
The other thing is Australians have never lost at Gabba since 1988.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but every time India has been up against the walls this series, they have found a way to come back. So now there's expectations building up for them to
if 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 India happen to win this, this is history in the making.
oh,
This
absolutely.
is pure history in the making with so much fun and so much build up around it. It's damn exciting. It's next 5 days are going to be crazy.
I hope it lasts 5 days, considering Gabba does tend to become a little faster starting day 2 and day 3, and then again slows down on 4 and 5. I think batting first, we might get some. I mean, if we bat first, we have to take care of the swing to begin with. for the first hour and a half, and after that it will be a batting paradise. But we definitely don't want, if Australia bats first, if we lose the toss and Australia bats first, there is a high possibility that, we, if we don't get wickets in the first few overs, they might put up a big score. But again,
But is Warner 100% fit, or there's still question marks around it?
Warner will play. Even if
Warner
he's
will
not,
play.
he
Warner
will
will
play.
play, that's for sure. But I'm saying, is he 100% fit? Because that makes a lot of difference.
Absolutely. And I think he will play. He will have a new opening partner. Marcus Harris comes in. Uh, so Harris has an average of 27, 250s, no hundreds. Harris could probably be, we can think about it. And again, when you think about it, the biggest wickets we need right now is Labuschagne and Smith. And I think the batting order is extremely fragile for Australia. So I would be quite happy if we manage to get those two rolled out. And even if there is an odd 50, I think we still have the bowling unit to take them out before 200.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at the squad, both the squads, and I think would you guys agree that this is probably the least experienced team that India will ever put up in tests? I think
Absolutely. So
Rohit, yeah,
if it was not if it was not if it was not what's going around, if it wasn't the pandemic which was going around, there would be 11 replacements, right? 8 to 10 replacements which would come in. So that makes Shreyas Iyer a game, that makes a lot of players who would deserve, who would be better, again inexperienced, but who would be a little, will have a little more name, would play in.
yeah,
So yeah, so
yeah. I was looking
this,
at looking at the squad. Rohit Sharma. I mean, although he's very experienced, his test career has been always dodgy. But
mhm,
we have Rahane and Pujara, who are the only three regulars that I see in this team, and all the others are probably less than 10 matches. Only Pant I think has 15 or 16 games under his belt, but I think this is the least experienced team that we are putting up, and the what
I
we are seeing
is
of
this the
them.
least experienced team that India has ever put up? I won't be surprised if that's the case.
And see, for me, Rohit Sharma, his career has been in two parts. There was a pre 2017 Rohit Sharma and then a post 2017 Rohit Sharma. The
Yeah,
post 2017 Rohit Sharma has been marred with injuries when it comes to overseas cricket. So this is where a senior player like him has to put his hands up.
yeah,
And then, like Niket pointed out, Pujara and Rahane are probably the best bets that we have, who are out and out test players. We have Pant, who is flashy, and like Harsha Bhogle says, lives by the sword. So we don't know which Pant shows up. If he shows up, he could score 150 and 150, or he could be out. And
Absolutely.
then you have the rest who have been shaky and fragile. So batting wise, I think we are pretty much on par with them. They have Smith, Labuschagne, we have Rahane, Pujara, and bowling wise, they are way far superior. Like Hazelwood and Cummins are way above what we have to offer.
He
absolutely.
Cummins is,
Australia definitely goes in as favor.
if even if we manage to draw this, I will take this as a win.
Absolutely. And it's at the end of the day, it's about the trophy that we retain. So we will come back home with the Gavaskar Border Trophy. But I guess that's all that I have for today. What else do you guys have?
I'm game.
I'm good. Thank you guys for inviting me. It was fun.
Thank you, Niket. We will probably have you as a recurring occurrence going forward now. But uh, thank you for joining us. And guys, wherever you are, if you have come this far, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, give us a shout out if you can. The channel is back to the nets. And wherever you guys are, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.
Peace out. Bye bye.
Thank you guys.